Happy Christmas, Simon.
Seasons fleecings. You're no weasel waster, you're my weasel warrior.
Johnny Owens.
His website says he cancelled his last 3 gigs in Cork.
I know.
He's going to complete some final paintings for an exhibition in Oslo next autumn.
I know. Why?
Johnny Owens will honour his commitment to refund all those affected by his decision.
Apparently no one asked for a refund.
They will when they see his paintings.
What are they like?
One looks like a tree with musical instruments ground from it like branches. The roots are shaped like a hand with fingers reaching into the earth.
Send me the link.
I wonder who's going to buy that for 12 grand.
You'd be surprised, Simon.
So you brought your mad aunt with you with the spare ticket?
No.
Tell me what happened. I know you're dying to tell me, Weaselworm.
I didn't go to the gig because he didn't play that night either.
So what happened? Did your mad auntie seduce him?
I thought you'd have known.
Don't tell me you seduced him.
You don't know these people, Simon.
Enlighten me.
Have you heard of the 2 flicks?
Don't tell me you seduced him.
I got in before the sound check before you ask. I had a packet of guitar strings in my hand and held them up to any security that looked at me. And they let me through.
Genius!
It's a small venue with a small stage. Johnny was going to play with a bassist and a drummer who were going through their sound check. No big band, just a small intimate gig, but surreal, like a ritual.
Here it comes.
Johnny walked onto the stage with his guitar case all brown and busted from 1,000 gigs in North America, Europe, Britain and Ireland.
The silence was deafening.
The silence was deafening, and Johnny reached down to his case, unclipping each lock before producing a beautiful red strap.
To match his hair.
He attached the strap to his guitar and quickly stood up, firing the strap over his head and around his shoulder.
The first hair flick.
That was his first flick. Then he raised his left hand and ran it across his shoulder blades, freeing his long hair from under the strap.
The second hair flick.
Under the blue lights, he reminded me of some early Christian saint. Profound, yet humble. Elaborate, yet graceful. Present, yet poignant. I had a sudden attack in my senses, and a nostalgia for a life I may or may not have ever lived.
Right, so what happened?
I asked him how much his guitar cost.
And?
He looked at me, then slowly took his guitar off, placed it in the case, clipped it up, and walked off stage.
Did anyone say anything?
Some people walked out with him. The bassist was crying, I think.
The virtuous virtuoso. That's artist for you. Sure, we had to get rid of an ignominious Elvis impersonator from the local the other night.
No good.
2.5 songs in and we pulled the plug on him. The lads helped him with his gear to the car.
Was he all shook up?
Gave him 30 quid diesel and effort money.
That was nice.
You asked Eddie about Emily.
Was that a question?
Her social media profile went from it's complicated to single and ready to mingle in a matter of inquiry. Eager. But I do admire that kind of optimism.
Whose number is that you texted to me?
It's a gig in Dublin. Just call Ulton the Southsider.
What do you mean by Southsider?
Well, they act posh, but they've now dash. They're exclusive rather than inclusive. They used to have English accents, but now they have American ones. They marry as credit junkies until death does them part. And when pushed, they'll tell you the Queen is sound.
Freddie Mercury?
Nah, the other one.
Simon, why Johnny Owens? It doesn't make much business sense.
Merry Christmas, Plonker.